Hello, hi, how's everybody doing? It's Colleen with Chalk Couture. Coming in with a little project tonight. It's going to be lightning fast. And we're back to our holiday themes. Tonight we're doing Happy Hanukkah. Let me just get my iPad going here real quick. And let's share this. Like I said, this project tonight is going to be super quick, super fun, and super easy. I like it. Let me just get my iPad set up over here so I can see if anybody's in. If you're watching the replay, hello, hello. So I have, again, one of these little boards that I got. It is not the board and base. We are expecting the board and base to return very, very soon. This is where I did one of our last year's Thanksgiving transfers on the back of this. So I'm just flipping it over. I'm going to use the other side of it now for Happy Hanukkah. So this is really cute little transfer. I love the color combinations in here. I'm kind of sort of taking the color combination right from the catalog. And I'm hoping, I think that this whole thing should fit. Yep, it's going to fit right on here perfectly. So these are our reusable silkscreen transfers. They are sticky on the back, and that helps them to adhere to whatever surfaces you are going to chalk or ink. And the reason that we label the back is so that when we are finished with our transfer, we return it to the shiny carrier sheet here, and that way we can take our transfer on and off just like that. Our transfer also, if it needs to be cut, we'll have these little cut lines right here, and you just use your scissors and cut right across there. I'm not going to actually cut this piece. I'm just going to put it exactly as it is, and they allow you to cut it if you want, so that way if you wanted to do this piece here and then the Happy Hanukkah on the bottom. But for this piece tonight, I am going to do it just as it is, make it nice and simple. So we're going to remove our transfer from the carrier sheet. And I am literally going to fuzz my transfer. I'm just going to grab a towel real quick. So when you hear me say that I am fuzzing my transfer, literally all that I am doing is putting it on a towel and taking it back up. And that's going to take the lint from the towel and put it onto the back of my transfer, so it makes it just a little less sticky. Because when you open your transfer for the very first time, it is going to be pretty dang sticky. So this just helps to be able to get it on and off a lot easier from your surface. And keep that towel handy. So then I'm literally just going to place my transfer onto my surface. You can use our silkscreen transfers on just about any surface you can think of. You can use them on chalkboards, glass, paper, wood, canvas, t-shirts, mugs. You use our chalk paste typically with chalkboards and on glass. You use our transfers with ink when you want to make your project permanent. So you can use the same transfer and make a t-shirt if you use our inks with it. So that's pretty awesome. So for tonight's project, I'm actually going to do the pull down method. So I'm going to chalk a little bit and pull it down. And then I have my little dryer here. So I'm going to dry. So I'll chalk over the words, pull that down, dry it, and then let that hang back over. The reason that I'm doing that is because I don't want my chalk paste to dry on the transfer. It does go on wet and dries hard in about 2 to 3 minutes. And if your chalk paste dries while it's still on the transfer and you go to remove the transfer, your chalk paste is going to come right up with it. So we have to work pretty quickly when we're working with chalk paste. And so to avoid it drying, that's why we kind of do this pull down method. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in, and I'm going to use one of our squeegees. These are our small squeegees that I've cut in half. And this is our other small squeegee, which is a little longer, which I think these work great with ink, so that you're not dipping your fingers into your chalk paste. You only need a very tiny bit of chalk paste on your squeegee. And what I've done is I've stirred up each of my jars, and you're looking for the consistency of yogurt. So once you stir your chalk paste, that's the consistency, and then you know that's going to go nice and smoothly right through your silkscreen. So like I said, a little bit does go a long way. So I'm literally just going to put this right across Don't need to worry about the teal sections. I'm only worrying about the sections that have the silk screen. So I am just placing my chalk paste right over top and getting all my lines out, getting all that excess chalk paste off. And then, see, I barely used any. I'm going to put that right back into my jar. I'm going to hang on to this squeegee because I'm going to need that again. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this down since we've chalked on here. And make sure when you're removing your transfer, you're applying even pressure so you're not stretching out your silk screen. And ta-da! There's our Happy Hanukkah. So I'm just going to pull this down just a little bit more. I don't want my hairdryer to accidentally touch the transfer. I don't want to melt it. So I'm going to just dry this section right here. And as I mentioned, this will dry on its own, but I'm just speeding up the process because I'm live. So that should be nice and dry. It is good to go. It's nice and dry. It's not going anywhere until I want it to go somewhere. And when I want to remove this, all I need to do is get my little water bottle and spray water on there and wash this right off. So we can set that back down. I'm going to now do the bottom because this section in here takes just a tad bit longer because I want to do these in yellow, the candles, and then I'm going to do this in a different color. So because this has a bulk of it, I'm going to go to our lovely peacock color, and I'm going to do the bottom and then pull up from the bottom so that way I can take my time in this section here. So let's do the bottom in peacock. And again, just covering the silk screen area, that's all I need to be concerned about. Getting all that excess off as I go. And then up here I'm just going to try to be a little careful just so that I'm not hitting the candles. And you can actually even cut your squeegees down a little bit smaller if you want, or you can use the multi-tool, which I'll show you that in 1 second. That's great to get in these little tiny spaces here. So you could use that as an option. And that is pretty much it. That's really all you have to do is just cover that. Make sure I got all of that. I think I missed a little piece right there. Okay. I'm throwing a wicked shadow on here for my lamp, so it's kind of hard to see. Okay. And then all that excess right back off and right back into our jar. And then we're going to pull from the bottom this time. Try to hold this so it doesn't keep banging. There we go. Just taking it right to there. Can you guys see that? Hopefully you can. This looks, I love the color peacock on a chalkboard. It looks so pretty. And it dries lightning fast. Some colors do dry faster than others, and that's just because of the pigment in the chalk paste. It is organic chalk paste, and we use different pigments for them. So let's go ahead and do our candles. Here's my... And this color, I forgot to mention what colors. This is called Coastal Blue. Unfortunately, Coastal Blue and Lemon are no longer available. We do have comparable colors right now. We do have Peacock, but these are my old, this is from my old stash, so I'm just trying to use some of my old colors. But we do have comparable colors in the catalog that would help you finish this project. Go. There's the one side. See if we can get this other side real quick. And then I'm going to come in super quick and try to get my yellow on there really quick before my coastal dries. There is another trick to this. If your chalk paste does feel like it's starting to dry on the transfer, just get a wet paper, put a paper towel down and just mist it lightly with some water. and then that will reactivate the chalk for you. This would have been a perfect project for the multi-tool to get in here for these tiny little spaces, but I'm making do with the squeegee, I think, okay. Alright, I think we got all that covered. So I'm going to put my excess in there, grab another squeegee, and I do have a little tiny guy here. Just going to grab to do my yellow. And I'm just kind of flicking it up like that. These are, our squeegees are kind of like silicone, so they do bend. I'm trying to work sort of quickly, but trying to be accurate too. And there's 2, 3, and our last little candle flame. I think I got everything. All right, excess back into our jar. Now we should be able to remove the rest. Perfect. Look how awesome that is. I'm just gonna, again, just put my heat to this just to dry it super fast. Now, what I do is I'm going to just slide this off to the side here for a quick second. Let's put that right there. I'm going to bring in my bucket. I actually have a little bucket that I always keep alongside, and this is where I clean my transfers. So I'm going to take all my little squeegees and my stirry sticks, and they all just get plopped right into the water. Make sure that you're keeping your chalk paste. I just put the wrong lid on the wrong chalk paste. Wonderful. Now I'm going to have to clean that lid out. So just make sure that you don't do what I just did and put the wrong lid on the wrong chalk paste. But definitely keep your chalk paste covered, so that will help them from drying out. If I could get that lid on there. There we go. And all that back into our water pan. Now, because I just goofed on here and I accidentally got some of the teal inside my lid, I'm just going to get a paper towel and try to get some of that out. And I don't want to contaminate my jar of coastal blue with the other color, with the peacock color. You actually can mix our chalk paste together to create your own paste, which is pretty cool too. I usually just get a little paper plate or a little dish, and you can just kind of experiment with the different colors and create your own color. So that's pretty awesome. So there we go. Now my jars are good to go. Now we've got everything soaking in here. We've got our carrier sheet ready to place our transfer back on. And I have a little old kitchen towel here. And I usually just kind of use the bottom of the pan to help this along, try to get the chalk paste off. And use my fingers. And it's okay. You'll see that some of the different chalk paste will stain your transfer, and that is not a big deal. See how that's stained on there a little bit? Not to worry. So long as your silkscreen area is clear, you have no problems. You can use that transfer again and again. And the final step that I'm going to show you for taking care and cleaning your transfers is using a disinfectant wipe. So let's just get all these guys out of here. I reuse everything. The squeegees are silicone, like I said, so once you clean them off, you can use them again and again. Just trying to get, and these are little cheapy makeup stirry sticks. That's all I use. But I'm going to show you the multi-tool, which is awesome because the multi-tool, as I mentioned, gets in those tight little spots. So let's move this. Now that we have everything out of it, just dry my hands a little bit. Get rid of that. So this is the cool multi-tool that I was mentioning. So this is perfect to get into your jar and stir all around. And then this guy right here is perfect. That would have been perfect to do these little, the little candle lights at the top. So that's awesome to have one of those handy too. I have to actually get more of those. I only have one at the moment. So we just clean off our squeegees. I actually have just a little plate here that I just kind of keep everything handy, right close so I can do my projects. And then the final step will be the disinfectant wipe. So as you can see, I placed my transfer sticky side up on here. Let me grab the disinfectant wipe. Of course, that's over here. So you can use any kind of disinfectant wipe that you like to clean your transfers. Just don't use baby wipes. So once we have it sitting on here, now we're going to flip it over and we're going to clean it off. Remember that I said it's okay that your chalk paste will stain sometimes on the transfer, especially the darker pigments like our candy apple red and the peacock. That will stain, but that's okay because my silkscreen area is clear. I love how that always leaves a little impression on my towel. That will wash out, by the way. I always reuse my towels, throw them in the washing machine all together, and it will come out. Then we end back on the sticky side. You can see there's no chalk paste in my silkscreen area at all, even though the front is discolored a little bit. No worries at all. So now we will let that dry for a hot second. And all you need to do is return it to its carrier sheet. Here's where it comes into play, where we labeled the back of our carrier sheet. That's the paper side. Here's the shiny side. Shiny side matches to sticky side. So all that you need to do is match it back up. And I always am off slightly whenever I'm returning my transfer to its carrier sheet. I'm always off a little bit, and that's okay. Flip it back over, straighten out any bumps. And now we have it returned to its carrier sheet. Put it back inside of its plastic, and on the back of all of our packaging we always have the instructions that I have just gone over in my live with exactly how to use our transfers and then how to maintain them so that you can use them again and again. So how fun is this to make an awesome home decor piece for yourself and then turn it around and give it as a gift to someone for the holidays? So that is pretty awesome, I think. That is all there is to tonight's project. That was lightning fast, right? And it's adorable. I love it. You could turn around and use the same transfer and make a jar, a vase or something like that, and put candles in it. That would be so pretty. You can make a t-shirt if you use our Couture ink. So many different options with these products with Chalk Couture. So I thank you so much for hanging in there with me tonight for this project. If you are interested, I actually have a VIP page where I do offer specials sometimes. I would be happy to put you in that VIP page. If you would like, you just need to put VIP down below. If you are interested in the products, I'm also going to link my online store where you can go right and shop to your heart's content for all of these amazing products, and then it's going to ship right to you. So that's pretty awesome. It also has the catalog that shows you the transfers with some sample artwork so you can get different ideas. And then finally, if you think, oh my gosh, I can do this, I'm crafty or maybe not so crafty, but I know I could rock this business and it's pretty amazing and the products sell themselves. All you have to do is write join below, and I would be happy to reach out to you and talk to you about the amazing opportunity to become a Chalk Couture designer. It's $99 for the starter kit that has $250 worth of retail product in it. It's a business in a box to get you started, and literally when you join online, you literally have your own online store immediately that your friends and family can go and shop through. So many amazing perks that I would be thrilled to discuss with you. Just type join below and I will be happy to reach out to you. Thanks so much and have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday night. Bye.